Hey, Misty.
Hey.
Is this a good time to do an interaction?
It is. I was just about to do my hip flush.
Okay. I'll get that for you.
Thank you.
Here. Hey, Misty, while you're doing that, do you mind if I take a look at your dressing?
No, go ahead.
It looks great. Clean, dry, and intact, dated and initialed.
Great. I'm just going to check my EMR, and I have my heparin flush on there.
Misty, tell me what you're looking for on the EMR.
I am looking to make sure I have my heparin flush on my EMR profile, the right baby, and her date of birth. And I'm also going to look back to see the last dose that was given. And it was yesterday at 8 o'clock.
Perfect.
I'm going to verify my baby and her date of birth. Okay. Going to take my cap off. Dry for 15 seconds.
So we're letting it dry for 15 seconds because in order for it to be a disinfectant, it needs to be completely dry.
Yes. Gonna get my new cap.
And how long does that dual cap need to be on?
At least 5 minutes.
Great. Perfect.
And I'll come chart in real time.
While we're in the computer, could you show me where you addressed the daily necessity of the line?
Yes. Go access monitoring devices. Completed. My dressing was changed 12:13. My cap change was 12:12.
And it's important to discuss the daily necessity of the line because if the line isn't really needed, this is the time that we actually discuss with the doctor whether or not we can remove it.
Okay.
Because it is a risk for infection for it to stay in.
Okay.
Well, we're going to go to the board and document what we've witnessed. Great
Okay.
job.
Thanks.
Go ahead and have a seat. I'm going to go to the board and get our data sheets, and I'll come back and we'll document them together.
Okay.
Okay, Misty, today we did an interaction, so I was able to capture an ADE interaction when you gave your heparin.
Okay.
So I'm going to show you how we're going to document that.
Okay.
So we're going to go to today's date, and right patient, right time, right medication, right dose, right route, and right documentation, you did perfectly. So I'm not going to put anything in that line.
Okay.
We did not have any pump interaction, so a pump entry or an independent double check was not done. So I'm just going to go ahead and write not applicable in there.
Okay.
And lastly, I'm going to come down to today's date and I'm going to put my initials in there. So if someone's reviewing this interaction sheet, they'll know who indeed did this interaction. Then I'm going to come over to our CLAPSI bundle and I'm going to go down each element, and I'm again going to start on the date and go element by element and put not applicable for things I did not observe, but I'm going to mark the ones you did incorrectly if you had. So we're going to come to the 13th. You also did everything perfect on this interaction. So the daily necessity was discussed, our tubing and dressings were labeled, we accessed correctly, we followed procedures. We actually don't have any tubing, so I will put not applicable on that because I didn't look at any labels because you didn't have tubing. And the dressing was clean, dry, and intact.
Okay.
And lastly, I'm going to come to the 13th and I'm going to put my initials so that everyone knows who indeed did this interaction.
Okay.
Do you have any questions?
No.
Okay, let's go over to the board and put up these cards.
Okay.
These are our monthly data sheets. So they're just up for you to observe. You can go back and look at the entire month as a whole and see how we're doing.
Okay.
And we keep our old newspapers so that you can also review anything that was done correctly or incorrectly.
Okay.
When I come in, on the left side is where the available interactions are. So I took my interaction cards with me to go do my interactions. I'm going to come back and put them in the right side. That indicates they're complete. And they were green today because you did such a great job. I'm going to put them on green.
Okay.
Do you have any questions?
I don't.
All right, well, have a great day.
Thanks, you too.